Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Milk and Mummies, the podcast where we talk about all things motherhood and creativity. Today I am joined by Jade Ford, and we are going to be talking about all things managing your own business, motherhood, creativity, and sleep or no sleep. Let's get into it. Hey Jade, how you doing?
Hello, Rachel. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, of course.
I am good.
Yeah.
Struggling with a slight bit of a bug because
Lovely.
my son had a cold.
Oh bless.
So I'm fighting that, and I think
Yeah.
you are
I
too.
am too. Yeah. So if you follow me on socials, you know this already, but my daughter went to nursery for the first time.
Yeah.
We've been to quite a few to view. We've picked the one that we want. Amazing. And everyone has told me when your little one goes to nursery, you're going to go down with all the bugs.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. But I didn't think it was going to start like now because we haven't officially started. Exactly. This little boy just kind of went up to her, started playing with her, and then he just just coughed on her. And I was like, no, this isn't the moment.
I think
it was the moment.
At like that age as well, they probably don't wash their hands the best and they put everything in their mouth. I'm sorry.
Nah, well, I had to learn sometimes. So Zena went down, then I went down. She's now fine. I'm still recovering.
Of course.
So I obviously sound amazing today. You're welcome. But anyway, I wanted to pick your brains about your journey into motherhood and how everything's going. Do you know what? Let's talk about your journey into motherhood. How was that for you?
My journey into motherhood. Pregnancy was amazing.
Amazing, great.
I could eat anything. I didn't have any morning sickness.
Ah, nice. Okay.
I loved it. My skin was glowing. My hair grew. The labor.
Okay, go on.
Balance. We have to have balance in life.
Okay, go on.
23 hours.
Oh, wow, okay.
It was a lot. It was actually quite traumatizing.
Okay.
As much as I laugh.
Yeah. What was traumatizing about it?
Well, it was long.
Okay, yeah.
And I don't feel that I was being listened to in terms of pain as well. And just feeling guilty because obviously when you're in labour for that amount of time, I don't know for anyone else, but I just had thoughts that, it's like my son is stressed. And, then we were in hospital for a week once he was born. I hated that. One of the midwives was... I wasn't keen on her. That's probably the best way to put it. Yeah. She said a few things that were a bit off.
Nice, great.
And I just couldn't wait to go home. I kind of would have loved to have had a home birth, but my son was too big.
Okay.
Do you want to know how big he was?
I'm smart. Go on. How big was he?
9.3 pounds.
Okay.
He was huge.
Yeah.
So they said, no, you're not having this baby at home.
Yeah.
So, But once I got home, I was really, really happy. And, he latched on the boob straight away, which was an amazing experience. I love breastfeeding.
Yeah, same.
Best
so did I.
thing ever for me.
Yeah.
And I think I spoke to you before, like when I would say the first week, I'll be honest, for me, it felt like crushed glass on your nipple.
Lovely.
Like the pain.
Okay, yeah.
It was so painful, like each time he'd latch.
Yeah.
And then my nipple went numb. So, yeah.
Life was good after that.
Life was great after that.
Did anyone talk you through breastfeeding or teach you how to do it?
I went to one breastfeeding class. Yeah. Which was fine. The midwife that I had when I gave birth to my son, like I said, she wasn't the most empathetic person. I think she was definitely in the wrong job.
Okay.
I think she'd probably work in a factory packing boxes or something. Yep. Do you know what I mean? Like, don't work with people.
No, especially not in this setting.
Put products in a box.
Got you.
She was mean. So apart from my mum, I guess, which mum helped a lot. No, I didn't have much training.
Help with that.
But he latched on well.
Yeah.
And he was quite greedy.
Love it.
Yeah. Kind
baby.
of drained me.
Got it.
And I think what I would have liked more help on is just staying nourished. Because when you first have a child, you're just so busy and you kind of forget to drink water.
Yeah, no, it's true, because you're so
eat.
focused. Yeah, you're focused on baby, and it's a new thing for you as well.
Yeah.
So you're adapting to that. Yeah, it's true.
So I think that was the part that I was lacking on. So yeah. Sorry, what else should I add to this? Sorry. I'm like, what did you ask me in the beginning? Like,
It was just how your journey was into motherhood. No, not a problem at all. No, it's obviously your son he's older than my daughter, so it's interesting hearing what it's a brief example of what your time was when you had a baby, versus what it's like now. So it's we all have different kinds of experiences for sure, but it's interesting hearing the difference in your journey. I wouldn't describe my midwives like that, but you never know who you're gonna get in this whole process and space, right? Which can be very, very difficult and very, very challenging as well. Yeah. So no, I hear you.
Now that he's bigger, I guess it's just adapting to allowing him to be his own person.
Yeah, which must be amazing. Oh my God.
He's so witty. And in our household, we've got like quite dark humor, which he has as well.
Love it. Fantastic.
So he comes out with the most funniest things, but it's just training him like, okay, you can make those jokes
at home
or
with your tribe. You're
just with your tribe, but not outside, okay? Because people get offended.
There we go. There's that. So you're obviously juggling motherhood. You're also a nail artist. You also have your own podcast, which we will touch into that in a little bit. How do you manage it day to day? How does that work for you? Okay. Yeah. Deep breaths. Got it. First start.
Time management pro. And that like starts from things, for example, like I plan my meals weekly.
Got you.
So whatever I buy, that's what we're eating. And then I know what I'm cooking. That's just one less thing to actually think about. It also saves me money.
Of course.
Which is great. So time management, I have everything on my calendar. I have a whiteboard that I write down each day what I'm doing. And I still make mistakes. I think also having a supportive network helps a lot.
Yeah.
My mum, my dad help out so much. My family and friends, because a lot of like the work that I was doing before, I don't do many shoots now.
Okay.
But with shoots, they can be quite last minute.
Of course.
It's like
with shoots, for further clarity, is it photo shoots or film?
Photo shoots, video shoots, music videos. Yeah. Okay. So I've at times you literally get a call the day before. Are you available tomorrow?
Yeah.
Huh? Have to call mum or like dad. So they have been amazing, and I couldn't have done it without mum and dad. So time management, your network, and having time to yourself. I recently started swimming lessons.
Hey, nice.
Yay.
That's when we meet this year at some point. I promised myself.
Okay.
Yeah, love it. Go on.
So I don't laugh. I can only swim below water.
Below water?
Yes, below water. Don't judge.
No, I mean, it's better than me. I can float like a pro and I can tread water.
Oh, that's
curious.
Amazing.
Yeah, okay. Explain this whole below water situation.
So, just basically, it's just me swimming below water. What do you want from me?
Okay,
I don't know why. I don't know. Sorry.
Don't worry. Keep going.
I don't know if it's a fear thing. Well, no, it is a fear thing.
Okay.
So when I was younger, I went to Barbados with my family. We were on the beach, and I was, as my mum would say, hard ears.
Okay.
Wasn't listening. Didn't really listen much. So we were on the beach, and my mum said, "Don't go far out."
Okay.
Of course, I went far out.
Yeah.
And when the sand shifts and moves below your feet, it shifted and I nearly drowned.
Ooh, babe.
And luckily there was someone there who swam to me and saved me.
Okay.
I didn't tell my mum that day. I didn't, but I listened there. From there on,
Mama knows best.
I listened, but I was like, damn, I almost died.
When did you tell her?
Maybe like when I was older, I think.
I didn't,
I didn't tell her.
There are some things I don't say to my mum at the moment, because if she knew,
it
just
because I'd almost died and I just didn't want to hear my mum telling me, what did I say to you?
There you go. Yeah.
But I made sure that I think I listened a lot more on that trip.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's where that's where the fear of swimming comes from.
Yeah.
Why I can only swim below water, I'm not quite sure.
Okay.
But
Curious.
I want to tackle that.
Yeah.
So on a Sunday morning, I go swimming, which is amazing.
Amazing.
Initially, I was like, oh, I'll go with my son. And I was like, but I don't do anything for myself, you know?
There you go.
So I think doing stuff for myself helps a lot. It helps me to show up better for my son, helps me to show up better for work.
Nice.
Yeah.
Before I kind of elaborate or delve more into what you do, for those who don't know, and I don't know why they wouldn't know, what is a nail artist or what is a nail technician? Just so in case they don't know.
Yeah. Not obviously. A nail technician is someone who will take care of your nail care, do manicures, pedicures, for photo shoots and video shoots, etc. I do more press on nails because you'll have a lot of looks to get through. So I tend to make press on nails, so they're the nails that you just place on and then you can just change those to adapt to each look. I think we're also therapists as well. Like, I wouldn't go as far as saying a qualified therapist, but my clients speak to me about everything.
There we go.
Like the highs, the lows. And that's something that I wanted to show in my podcast as well, because I feel like so much goes on when we sit at that desk.
100%, yeah.
And it's not shown. So that is what a nail tech, nail artist is. And a nail artist, I guess, is someone who does more nail art designs.
Got you, okay.
The more creative side of nails.
Has being a mum changed how you approach your creative work?
Yes. I am so organized now, and it's really nice. Before I had my son, I was a mess. Like, things were good, but like I guess when you think you have all the time in the world, you don't prioritize things. Well,
fair.
I actually didn't, you know. So now it's just like, okay, I've got a spare hour, I need to do something. Yeah, and that could be rest, but to have a dedicated time for things has made me more productive. So I guess I approach things with more structure now. Okay, which helps.
Your motto is where nail art meets well-being. Yeah. What does that mean to you?
Yeah. So when I first got into nails, I was at a crossroads in life. I was a single mom. I'd been accepted to do my master's in arts psychotherapy, which was amazing. But it was just like, do I want to go hard in terms of career? Yeah. Or do I want to focus on my son? It wasn't really a tough decision to make. I chose my son. And when I did that, around that time, I was doing my own nails just because I couldn't afford to go and do my nails. And that was really helpful in terms of quiet time. Okay. It allowed me to be alone and almost meditate, because when I do nail art, I'm not thinking about my bills. I'm not thinking about my son in school. Or, you know. So for me, it was definitely a way that I could take care of myself in a time when I needed it most. Yeah. So that's what I mean when I say nail art meets well-being, because I feel like a lot of clients have said to me, you know, when they're going through a tough day and they look down at the nail art design I've done, it just makes them smile. Yeah. I've been in the shower, I look down at my toes and my toenails are done, and it just makes me attack the day differently.
Yeah, no, I get it. I mean, your nails right now are absolutely gorgeous. Do not look at mine. Don't look at mine, but yours look incredible. Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay. Do you think, I guess you've touched on it already now, where taking care of your nails, nail art, I was about to ask you if you think it's a form of self-care, which I feel like you said, you know, it is. But what are your thoughts on beauty rituals? Why are beauty rituals so important, and why are they so important in motherhood?
So when I found out I was pregnant, I stopped perming. I used to perm my hair.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know, when you perm your hair, it basically chemically changes the structure of your curl pattern, and my hair was straight. So my mum was like, you have to stop because the chemicals are going to feed into your bloodstream, blah, blah, blah. So I stopped. I don't know what the science of it is, but I just listened to mum.
Yeah. We listen to mum now.
Well, now I know.
Don't even need to ask questions. Yes, mum. Done.
I almost drowned. Yes, mum. Yeah. Sorry. Yes. So mum said stop perming. So I went natural, but I didn't start to take care of my hair until my son was about like 2 or 3. And it was just so nice to like sit down, make myself a hot chocolate. I love hot chocolate. Okay. Burn a candle and just sit there and take time with myself. And I think as mums, a lot of mums don't have the time to do that, or don't make the actual time.
Got you.
To sit down and do something for you. Yeah. Also, for example, if you're going to a nail salon, that's time to be pampered, and that's time away from your home and all the pressures of mum life, because it can be a lot.
Yeah. No, it's true. I found I became a bit more ritualistic, I think, with care. I'm super into beauty. Every now and again I might chuck in a bit of beauty content, but it's like I really got into skin and skincare because I was like, all right, baby's gonna be touching my skin so much. I'm gonna be makeup free. I saw myself being more makeup free. So it was like, okay, how can I look after my skin where I feel happy and confident without any makeup? And also knowing that whatever baby's touching is not gonna irritate her or affect her in any which way. So I know that became a big thing for me. Still is. So that became part of my ritual. Whenever I had that little bit of time to myself, that was the one thing that I would really concentrate on. And then it's become part of the everyday. So it was interesting that the self-care or beauty rituals that we find in this time and what that looks like, because it might have been very different to what it was before baby came along. Like I love a bit of glam, like I love all the things, so it was very, and I love being makeup free anyway. Either one I'm easy with, but it was nice to see me really step into a space of no makeup at all. And kind of going from there. This cold is making me sound so sexy. I don't even know what to say. My nose is turning into a bee's.
Keep the cold.
This nursery life, honestly, it's just kicking my ass. But anyway, it's okay.
I mean, I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but it doesn't. That
is what I'm told.
When she gets to primary school, there's going to be bugs.
Okay, great.
But at least the kids, should be washing their hands a bit better, so it's okay. It's less
silver lining.
Got it. But
got it. Anyway, I was gonna say, what is the one thing that people don't see behind the scenes of a creative mum? What do you want to touch on ever so slightly? Because I already know. I know this one.
Just how much it takes to get somewhere, to get out the door. Like I said, time management is huge for me, and how I manage to deal with just all the stuff. I feel like I said, I have to plan meals, sort out childcare, and then the shoot's been cancelled.
Lovely.
What do you mean cancelled? What do you mean? I was up late last night,
all the stuff.
I had to cook dinner last night so that I didn't have to do it tomorrow. So I guess for me, it's just all the things we have to do to just arrive. And make sure that we're showing up well. That would be something. What else?
That's a really good one, though.
I think that is the main, just showing up, like what it takes to show up. I should actually record that, shouldn't I? A day in the life of mum, just showing up, like what I have to do.
I've won. I already won in the day. With you saying actually what it takes to show up, if ever you have days where you feel like you're dropping the ball, like how do you give yourself grace in those times, in those moments?
That happens a lot. I feel like in the creative world, a lot of it is also networking and going to this event and going here and going there. And as a mother, you can't attend everything.
Yes. That's an adjustment. because you feel like you're missing out.
I feel like I'm missing out, or like I should have gone there because I could have met that
Yeah.
person, and that person could have been. And I just can't go.
Yeah.
You know, so that has been hard for me. But now I'm just like, okay, if it takes longer for me to get where I need to go, that's fine. That would be, yeah. So can you repeat the question one more time? And also trying to keep things in my brain. Sorry.
It was more in the moments where you feel like you're just dropping the ball, or just
like that.
Yeah, not like that. No, just like, what do you do, or how do you combat those moments to give yourself some grace? Because no one's perfect, you know. Sometimes things aren't gonna go in the way that you want it to. Just how do you deal with that without it derailing your entire day or the entire project, things like that. Yeah.
I have my moments. I don't think it's a bad thing. I journal a lot.
Nice.
So that helps to get things out of my head, because I feel like as a mum, like we have a lot of things to remember.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like to journal and write things down in terms of how I actually feel. Also having realistic expectations. Like I said, we can't do things at the pace of others.
Yeah, or even the pace you had before you had a kid. Just even that. Yeah, so I get that.
I mean, like, yeah, right, yeah, sure. I feel like that's okay. I think sometimes social media can make you feel like you can do it all. And I don't want to down anyone. You need time to rest. And I think I just got to a point where I was doing too much.
Okay.
And it was affecting my sleep. I wasn't drinking enough water, which is I guess a constant struggle.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's just about being okay with that and just accepting I'm a mom. And with that, it means I don't have time to do everything. I can't go to every event. And we just have to accept it.
Yeah.
But in terms of giving myself grace, my grandmother used to she used to have this saying, you can't dance to every drum that beats. And it's just like, you can't go to everything. You can't attend every event and do it all, and you have to be all right with that.
Yeah.
I do have days though where I'm down. And I go on walks and I do my swimming.
Okay. So you time.
Yeah.
Okay, it's nice to hear that being out in nature as well I love nature. Yeah, has an impact as well. As it should. We're not designed to be in concrete buildings all the time, so it's nice just being outside.
Yeah.
Okay, and also we live in London, so it might not be sunny, but it's just being out still makes a big difference, which I kind of appreciate.
It does, yeah.
Yeah, that's really nice.
I didn't add that. Yeah, I go to, there's one forest in particular, my son and I love to go.
Yeah.
And we'll go there for like 6 hours. I'll bring a packed lunch and we'll just walk and talk.
What has been one of the most surprising things about motherhood so far?
Surprising thing about motherhood?
Yeah.
That, like, how much my son has taught me.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Can you give me an example?
And it's not necessarily something he said, oh, Mum, this is this.
Yeah.
Just being a mum.
Yeah.
So I feel like being a mum has taught me so much about grace. And now when I'm in situations, I'm just like, that person is someone's child, that person.
Yeah.
You know? So then I don't know if, like, I deal with that person differently.
Okay.
He is quite, I wouldn't say outspoken. Yeah, he's quite outspoken and stands up for himself.
Nice.
Even if the rest of the crowd isn't going along with that.
Okay, perfect. Yeah.
And it's just so inspiring because I've struggled with that. So he's taught me that, you know, it's okay if your opinion is different, and it's okay to speak out about things that you're not happy about, in a nice way, of course. But yeah, he's a force to be reckoned with.
That's dope. Sorry, and also that's just incredible to hear. It's a testament to what you guys are doing and how you're raising him. Like, smashing it.
Thank you.
Winning. I mean, that leads on nicely to my next question, I think. I was going to ask you, like, looking at this week, what's been your biggest, like, mum win?
Does it have to be this week?
Fine. What have you done? That's been amazing as a mum then. In general.
I'm sorry because I have to say it because I'm so proud of him.
Go on.
So my son passed his 11 plus exams.
Hey!
Yeah, this is like I've been prepping him since nursery, I guess. It's something because he's really clever and it's something that I've just seen for him and it's just been go.
Nice.
And yeah, it was quite a lot. There were a lot of dates to keep up with, a lot of forms to fill in.
Wow, okay.
And yeah, he passed.
Yeah. Oh, amazing. Well done to him.
That was earlier this year.
Yeah.
That's why I said it have to be this week.
Fine. Whatever. We'll
Sorry, I had to bend the rules just a little bit.
Nah, I hate you. What do you do, or rather, how do you keep your creative energy up? How do you keep it flowing when you're like low on time or low on sleep? How do you fill your cup?
Oh my God. I have my moments where I don't keep it up. I'm going to be real. How do I keep it up?
Yeah.
I look at others for inspiration. So like this podcast, for example. So I think when I'm low or if I feel stuck, I think it's great to look at other mums who are doing well.
Yeah.
And look at them for inspiration.
Yeah.
What else do I do if to keep my creative juices flowing? Take a break. I think sometimes when you sit down and look at something for too long, it just all starts to be a blur.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good one for sure, definitely. Has your son ever inspired a nail design before?
Oh gosh.
Or at least a creative direction, at least anything like that.
Oh gosh, Carter, has he inspired a creative direction? One thing he did say to me is for my Love Is podcast.
Yeah.
Because I asked him, what do you think of it? And he was like, well, it would be really nice to get some more male perspectives.
Okay,
because I
nice.
have quite a lot of women on.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, that's something that I will take and kind of think about. But in terms of nail designs,
Nah.
He just tells me when my nails are looking crusty. And he's like, Mum, do your nails. You need to do your feet.
Thank you, babe.
Yeah.
Okay. He's keeping you fresh.
Yeah, he's keeping me fresh.
Mad. Yeah. You've touched on it so nicely. I wanted to ask you about your podcast, what it's about and what inspired that.
So it's called The Love Is series. And what inspired it? Valentine's Day comes around. All my clients want hearts on nails.
Yeah.
Boring.
Okay.
I was tired. I was really bored of doing hearts on nails. And like I said, there's a lot of dialogue that goes on when I do nails with clients. And it's like, why don't you tell me a story and then we create your own love inspired set.
Okay.
So I get creatives to come on set and then we film them and we just discuss their concept of love.
Okay.
And the meaning of love for them and a time when they felt true love. And then based on that, I can create a set of nails that each time they look down on that, they have that feeling of warmth or, they remember that special time.
Yeah, that's dope. That's a very cool concept.
When they felt love. So that's the podcast.
Yeah.
Again, things are going slower than expected. But my son just passed his 11 plus exam. I'm just like, do you know what? Yeah.
I'm winning. So
I'm winning.
I'm winning.
But yes, that is the podcast.
So season 1 is done, and
season 1 and 2 is done. Amazing. Season 3 is coming up.
Okay, cool. Nah, that's really, really cool. Yeah. That's fun. So in that time frame, you are designing the nails as you
exactly.
Go.
Like we literally
cool.
have them come on set where it takes about an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Yeah.
And and I don't preempt, like I have no idea what they're gonna say, and we create the design on the spot, which is really fun and scary. So
that's pretty intense, I suppose, knowing you have this much time. This is the concept you're making it's happening on the spot, and this we have to create. So that's a pretty dope challenge to have for a podcast, no?
Yeah.
That's really cool. All right, well then, with that in mind, then let's go quick fire. What do you prefer, gel or acrylic?
Gel.
What nail trends are you following at the moment, if any?
I'll be honest with you, I'm not really a nail trend person.
Okay.
I'm inspired by things that I've seen, the weather, film I've watched, some art I've seen.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Name one product that you must have in your kit?
Cuticle oil.
I'll go first. What's your go-to mom snack when you're on the go? Pressure.
Cashew nuts.
Okay.
And I know that's like, oh, everyone's allergic to nuts these days.
Fair.
I'm in my corner eating my nuts.
Okay, and that's what it is.
That's what it is.
If you had 24 hours with no mum-related things to do, what would you do?
Now, can I just add? I know I'm annoying you. I know. Wait, can I say something? Had you asked me like 5 years ago, I probably would have said sleep.
Fair. Got it?
Now that my little boy's 10, what would I do?
Yeah. 24 hours.
24 hours.
To yourself. Anything you want to do.
Oh my gosh.
No pressure.
Oh, I think I'd probably go to the forest for a bit.
Okay.
And get a massage.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good
Forest, that's what I did for
time.
my birthday.
Yeah.
Forest massage.
Okay. For 24 hours, babe.
I know it's a long time. Okay. Then I would also, I just want to rest. I just want to chill.
Rest in luxury.
Probably, yeah,
chill.
just chill. Like, yeah, I'm quite a chilled person. Maybe do an art class or something.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, and
That's
eat.
dope. Fair enough. That's not a bad way to do things at all. I also wanted to, I guess, pull a little bit at what life was like for you before baby came along. You mentioned that you were going to go down a psychotherapy. Wasn't quite sure. Go down the psychotherapy route. How does that look? What does that look like now? Why was that the possible decision then?
Yeah.
And how does that look like now? Because you're going to go back into studying as well.
I don't know if I want to say exactly what I'm going to do.
Okay.
In terms of, ask the question again. I'm so sorry.
No, nothing to apologize for.
This is like my first question time interview. Yeah.
How are you finding
You're
it?
like, it's showing. Sorry, go on. Yeah, no, it's nice. I'm just like struggling to questions.
No. I wanted to ask you, how did psychotherapy how did that feed into everything that you were doing before baby came along? And then if you're revisiting that now with whatever you may be studying, how does that look like as well?
So, like I said, I worked with kids with special needs before. So yes, I definitely wanted to do art psychotherapy just as a means, because a lot of the kids that I worked with were not verbal.
Okay.
So art psychotherapy is a great way to figure out what is going on with someone, especially if they don't have the use of speech. Yeah. It's something that I've always wanted to do. Like I said, I always loved art. Yeah. I guess I'm an empathetic person, so I kind of wanted to merge both. Mm-hmm. Yes, I'm staying in the psychotherapy area when I go and do my master's. Nice. I'm really excited. Oh, good. I'm so excited to be doing something just for me. And I think with that, it just goes along to me saying it's okay to take a break. Mm-hmm. I feel like sometimes when you have a child, your path changes slightly. Yeah. But the time will pass and you have that time with your child. Especially for me, I understand that the ages of 0 to 10 for a human being is major. Yeah. And I wanted to spend that time with my son. But I'm excited to go back to school and
that's amazing. That's dope.
And I think like mental health right now is, especially with the use of tech, I think it's having an adverse effect on everybody. Yeah, fair. So I'm excited.
Okay, no, that's amazing.
I'm not gonna say anything else.
Well, on that note, we're going to call it. No, guys, thank you so much for showing up for this episode. If you have liked it and enjoyed it, please like, follow, subscribe, all the things. To see more, learn more, to book Jade, you can find her on Instagram.
Jade Ford London.
There we go. That's on socials. And I guess we'll catch you for the next one.
Are we even bye or not? That's cheesy, isn't it?
Yeah, we can do it anyway if you want to.